By the time we're done here, a new AI model will have probably been released. A new framework will be all over social media, and a dozen new buzzwords will be trending. Keeping up is tough, but explaining it, that's even harder.
So one minute you're trying to wrap your head around mixture of experts.
And bam, the next thing you know, everyone is talking about agentic AI frameworks and why you absolutely have to understand them. And then, of course, someone drops constitutional AI in a meeting, and you're just sitting there, nodding, praying no one asks you to explain it.
And just when you think you've seen it all, a headline pops up about Google's nano banana? I mean, seriously, what is even going on anymore?
So yeah, if your head is spinning right now, you are definitely not alone. It's like trying to drink from a fire hose, right? The real skill isn't just knowing all this stuff. It's being able to translate it. How in the world do you take all that noise and turn it into a story that actually makes sense?
Well, that's exactly what we're going to tackle today. We're going to walk through a really simple 3-step framework that you can use to explain anything, whether it's the global economy, the plot of a dense sci-fi novel, or, yes, even the beautiful chaos of modern AI.
Here's the game plan. It's super simple. First, we find the themes. Then, we build the narrative. And finally, we'll zero in on the key details that make it all stick. And to make this really practical, we're going to use all that crazy AI jargon we just threw at you. Let's build this thing together, right here, right now.
All right, step 1, finding the themes. This is all about being a detective, really. It's about looking at this mountain of messy, disconnected facts and finding those big, repeating ideas that connect everything.
So this is what the raw data dump usually looks like, right? It's just a wall of text. Gemini, Mixtral, Llama, Devin, it's a bunch of names and terms. These are facts, sure, but they're not a story. It's just noise. Our job is to find the signal in all the static.
But when you start sifting through all of that, patterns begin to emerge. And for our AI example, 3 big ideas really start to stand out. First up, accessibility. Basically, AI is getting way cheaper and easier for regular people to use. Second, autonomy. AI is starting to do things on its own, not just answer our questions. And third, something I like to call reality bending. AI is fundamentally changing how we create and even perceive digital content. And just like that, that messy cloud of noise starts to have some real structure.
Okay, so once you've got your themes, you can't just list them out. That's boring. Step 2 is where we become storytellers. We're building a narrative. This isn't about making stuff up. It's about putting your themes in an order that makes sense. A story that has a clear beginning, a middle, and an end.
And for our AI story, you know what works great? A simple timeline. It's super intuitive. We'll kick things off with what's happening right now, AI as our partner, which lines up perfectly with our accessibility theme. Then we'll look just around the corner to the near future, this whole creative explosion. That's our reality bending theme. And we'll wrap up by looking way out on the horizon, a future shaped by autonomous AI. See how that works? We've turned a simple list into a journey.
A great story needs more than just a plot, right? It needs those killer details, those memorable scenes. That's step 3, highlighting key details. This is about picking the perfect little nuggets of information, a killer stat, a specific example, a surprising quote that make your story come alive. You don't need to dump every single fact you know. You just need the right ones.
Take this for example. Anyone can say, oh, AI helps people code. Fine, but what's way more memorable is a sticky specific term like vibe coding. You give the idea a cool name, you explain it simply, and suddenly this abstract concept feels real, tangible. It's something people can grab onto and remember.
Here's another great technique, a direct comparison. It's not enough to just say, hey, there's a new tool. By putting Learn Your Way right next to something people might already know, like Notebook LM, you instantly show what makes it special. It's not just about summarizing info, it's about actually retaining it. That's the key difference.
And sometimes you don't need a lot of words. The best detail can be a single, powerful number. A stat like this can be way more convincing than a whole paragraph trying to explain the same thing. That 78%, that's not just a number, it's the proof. It's the kind of thing that just sticks in your head.
And last but not least, never ever underestimate the power of a killer quote. This one is just perfect for our reality-bending theme. It's weird, it's surprising, and it takes this huge abstract trend and makes it feel incredibly real and kind of personal. It's the kind of detail that makes you just stop and think for a second.
And there we go. We took that chaotic mess, we found our themes, we built a narrative arc, and we picked our knockout details. We've officially transformed that fire hose of information into a clear, compelling story. So you want to hear how the final commentary sounds?
So here's part one. Right now, today, AI is becoming your creative and learning partner. Thanks to a surge in open source models and amazing new tools, really complex skills like coding or deep research are becoming more accessible than ever before.
Now, this accessibility directly leads us to part two. In the very near future, this partnership with AI is going to start revolutionizing reality itself. We're talking hyper-realistic video generation, models that can see and hear. Our whole idea of what's real and what's not online, it's about to get a major shakeup.
And that brings us to the horizon. Looking further out, AI agents are set to become increasingly autonomous. They'll go from being simple assistants to proactive partners, handling complex business workflows, speeding up scientific discovery, and basically managing entire processes all on their own.
So that's the framework in action. Find the themes, build the narrative, highlight the details. It's such a powerful method, and honestly, it works for way more than just AI. Think about it. Any complex topic you're passionate about, any big idea you need to explain to your team or your boss or even your friends, you can use this.
So now it's your turn. It's your turn to cut through the noise and find the signal, to turn chaos into clarity. And the only question left is, what complex story are you going to tell next?